Welcome back to our channel, Infinite Wisdom Asterisk. So apparently flirting has rules, but no one ever sent me the handbook because it tell me why this woman who's very much taken keeps giving me these confusing signals. You know, the type 1 momentous acting. Totally normal, and the next there's this undeniable something in Thier. It's like the mood shifts. Her energy changes, and you're left wondering, is it real, or am I just imagining this? If you've ever caught yourself thinking, wait, is she into me, or am I losing mind? Then trust me, you're not alone, and you're definitely not crazy, because women who are taken can still feel attraction. The signs are subtle for Biden and often unspoken, but they're other, and today we're decoding them and breaking down the 10 signs you need to know. These aren't just playful behavior, sir. Friendly gestures, these are deeply rooted in psychology, body language, and human emotion. And if you stick around until the very end, I've got a bonus sign that's more powerful. Thanel, the others combined, it's the one most men never see coming, but once you'll never miss it. Again, welcome Tooth, the stoic hub, your go-talking ol for real, relatable, and row her. Voice becomes softer around Yaudvus on love attraction, and the messy gray areas in between, sin murder, one her voice becomes softer around you. A woman's voice can reveal more than her words ever will, and that's not just poetic. It's backed by research studies published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior show that women unconscious like hung their vocal tone when speaking to someone they're attracted to. It's not loud, it's not obvious, it's soft, warmer, melodic, sometimes even a little how. Does she speak to others breathy and know she's not sudden lickaching? A cold, here's what you need to pay attention to. How does she speak to others? Is her tone neutral, brisk, orbusness like with most people, but then different with you? If her voice soft and you're around, if it sounds like she's letting her guard down. That's not random, that's instinct. Let's say you're in a group, she's having a conversation with others, clear, confident, maybe even sharp, but then she turns to you and her tone drops just a notch. It becomes smoother, slower, and there's even how she laughs light. Lil in her voice, that's a signant. If she laughs more, it's easily around you, especially at things that aren't invented funny. That's not about the joke, it's about you. Laughter is a psychological signal of comfort and attraction. It's the body's way of saying, I like how I feel when I'm around you. Now, yes, some women are naturally soft-spoken, but if her voice shifts noticeably in your presence, if she speaks to you differently than any O'Neill's, that's a green light in disguising. Number 2, she makes subtle gesto, her appearance hears. The truth, women don't dress up how she dresses for everyone, they dress up for the one woe matters. If she suddenly seems to be paying more attention to her appearance when you're around, you need to take a notice, and I'm not talking about a red carpet level glow up. I mean, the smiles leave mist changes, a spritz off perfume that lingers just enough to catch your attention. A fresh coat of lip gloss she wasn't wearing yesterday, an outfit that feels just a bit more put together, tailored, flattering, even a pop-off color she knows you once compliment teeters. Where it gets more interesting, does she'll fix her hair while talking too. That's not vanity you. Does she adjust her clothes or subtly check her reflection? When you're a nerbie, that's not vanity, that's biology. A woman is attracted to someone she naturally wants to present her best self in their presence, even if she's already taken. Let's take a real-world example. You see her at work or the gym places, where comfort usually trumps fashion. If she was always casual before, but now there's more polish to her look in days, she knows she'll see you. That's not coincidence, posture matters. 2-ish, standing a little taller, walking with more confidence, tilting her chin slightly when she knows you're nearby. She finds ways to be nerthies, our unspoken efforts to be seen. Tobe remembered to stand out, but only in your eyes. Now let's not assume every well-dressed woman is secretly interested in you, but if she makes targeted, timed changes that align with your presence, that's a message, and it's louder than you think. Sign number 3, she finds ways to be near you. Where attention goes, energy flows. If she's always around you, it's not just a coincidence. Attraction isn't just felt, it's acted on, and one of the misrevealing ways a woman shows it proximity. She may not say she wants to, she suddenly shows up near you. but her behavior will scream it. Has she started sitting closer? And by for. Does she suddenly show up in places where you're usually found, even if she never used to be there? Maybe she used to sit across the room in meetings or classes. Now she's beside you. Maybe she wasn't into coffee before, but now you randomly bump into her at your favorite cafe, or she just happens to take the same gym class you go to every Tuesday. It's not by chance. This is behavioral science at play. People naturally gravitate toward those they're attracted to, even when they're not fully this. Is behavioral science at play, conscious of it, but it gets deeper. Here's what. You really want to look for those? She'll linger after a conversation. She'll hang around a bit longer than necessary in group settings. Does she somehow always end up next to you, even when she had other options? These are not accidental patterns. Pulls people in, literally her presence in your space, her nearness, her comfort level when she's beside you, all attraction. Pulls people in off that says something. Dan, remember, this isn't about stalking behavior. She's not tracking your every move, but emotionally. She wants to be close even if she never touches you, even if she doesn't say a word. Her consistent proximity is a message, one that whispers, I feel something and I want to be near it. Sign number 4, subtle physical tuition. It comes to attraction, nothing is truly accidental, especially touch. A touch woman who's into you will find small, almost unnoticeable ways to make a physical contact. It could be as minor as brushing against your arm, picking a piece of lint off your shirt, playfully tapping you when she laughs, resting her hand just a little too long on your householder. These tiny moments of contact, they're not just gestures, they're emotional anchors. Why? Because the human brain is wired to respond powerfully to touch, especially from someone we're attracted to. Social psychology researches that touch triggers oxytocin, the spark bonding hormone. Even a soft graze can activate emotional connection, and women know this instinctively. If she's macking jexcuses to touch you even lightly, she's creating a bridge, connection of sparklets. Make this real. Maybe she gives you a high five, but lets her hand linger just a second too long. Maybe when she walks past, her hand lightly brushes the small of your back, or maybe she'll give a playful push when joking. Boot doesn't do that with anyone else. Frequency is the key, a one-off touche. Any off touche may be coincidence, but if she does a tag in, and again, in different settings, that's a pattern, and patterns reveal truth. Want to test? Try gently placing your hand on her forearm while laughing or making a point during a conversation. Watch what happens next. Does she pull away quickly, or does she lean into it or even touch you back later? That's her body talking. And body language never leaves. Sign number 5, she acts differently around you. When a woman she acts differently around you, likes you, she might not say it, but she'll show it, especially in how she'll changes around you, because people are creatures of habit. We usually behave consciously, but when someone we're emotionally drawn to enters the room, that consistency breaks. Something shifts suddenly. She's fidgeting with her hands, or she starts playing with her hermabe. Her voice cracks ever so slight. Liar. She stumbles over her words. That's not nervousness, that's chemistry calling. With restraint. On the flip side, some women don't get shy, they don't get shy playful. They tease you more than others. They laugh harder, engage more, and seem fully present when you're speaking. Thenthar are women who open up emotionally. Thith start asking deeper questions. They'll give you their undivided attention. They'll be in literally and emotionally hair show. To spot the difference, observe her with others first. Is she confidential, relaxed, and direct with them, but suddenly quieter or more playful around her? Maybe she's generally reserved, but with you, she becomes more expressive or alive, more emotionally available. Picture this, you're in a group, she's laid back, making conversation, but thema mint. You walk in, her posture changes, tucks her hair behind her ears, shed gists her clothes. She touches her necklace or bites her lip. That's her subconscious reacting to you, because the attraction is a disruptor. It doesn't just alter thoughts, it alters behavior. And when someone behaves differently around you, that difference is a window into how they really feel. Sign number her. I6, her eyes tell the truth. They say thighs are the window to the soul. And when it comes to attraction, they're also the loudest truth tellers, because the eyes can lie intentionally, but when it comes to someone you're secretly into, they rarely do. If you want to know how a woman really feels about you, don't overanalyze her words, watch her eyes. These isn't just a gut feeling, it's backed by science. Study in the journal of Research in Personality found that prolonged eye contact increase emotional connection in romantic feelings. It's a primal response to here's what to look for. Frequent glance. Keeps looking at you when she thinks you're not watching, then looks away. Scanned your eyes. Meet. That's no randomness. That's interest. Timmy Dunspoken. And real lingering. Eye contact if she holds your gaze just a moment longer than usual, even half. A second longer than she does with others. That's sure giving you access to her emotions, longer than usually. And then there's the biological. Give you away. Most people miss dilated pupils when we see someone we're attracted to, or pupils naturally get bigger. It's an unconscious chemical reaction, your brain telling your body. I like this. This all happens in milliseconds. It's not planned, it's raw instinct. Here's something you can try next time you're in a conversation. Hold her gaze just a fraction longer than usual. Don't force it, just linger. If she holds it to even subtly, that's not just confidence deep. Questions, that's chemistry rising to the surface. And if her eyes soften when she looks A2. If they seem to flicker with curiosity, kindness, or something deeper, maybe saying nothing but her heart just might be speaking. Sign number 7 dives into deep questions. People who don't care about you, they don't ask about the things that matter. But when a woman is truly attracted to you, even if she's taken, she'll go beyond small talk. Because attraction isn't just about emotional curiosity, face level chemistry, it's about emotional curiosity. She's not just attracted to your appearance. She's drawn to your mind now. Ask yourself this, Dush. Ask things like, how was your weekend? Or does she lean in and ask, if money didn't matter, what would you do with your life? Does she ask what drives you? What scares you? What's something no one knows about you? These aren't just questions, they're her way off saying, I want to understand you, the real Yadi Telsand. Pay attention to how she reacts. Toy her answers. Does she just smile and move on, or does she lean in, ask more questions? Remember details, even open up herself a cause. When a woman starts revealing her own inner world, her dreams, regrets, fears, that's vulnerability, that's emotional trust, that's intimacy. In motion, and that's not something she shares with just anyone. So next time you talk to her, notice the depth of your conversation. If it feels it's more like a late night soul talk than a casual chattin', you're no longer just some guy Tori, you're becoming someone she wants to connect with emotionally, mentally, and maybe even more. Sign number 8, micro reactions of jealous jealousy, is the emotion that reviles what pride tries to hide. Even if she's taken, she's not immune to jealousy, and if she's secretly attracted to you, Evanon, a subconscious level, you'll see it in her reactions. But here's the twist. She's never going to say, yeah, I'm jealous. That jealousy would be too obvious, too vulnerable, too risky. Instead, it comes out in fleeting moments. Those quick, barely noticeable erections that speak volumes. Here's what to watch for. Let's say you casual mention another woman, a friend, corkerer, even a date you went on now. Pause and observe. Does her tone suddenly shift? Do she downplayed the other woman, saying things like, she doesn't seem like your type, or she looks high maintenance? It's not just an opinion that's in reaction, or maybe she laughs, but there's a sting behind the joke. Wow, she must be special if you're bringing her up. That's disguised envy. In some cases, it's even subtler. She might go quiet, change this object, withdraw emotionally, or suddenly start talking about her own partner as if to remind you that she's taken. That's net coincidence. That's territorial tension, emotional friction between dire and denial.
Else.
Jealousy isn't just about wanting what you can't have. It's about fearing that someone else might take what you wish you had the right talent. So if you mention another woman and notice any of these subtle emotional shifts, even if she masks it with a smile, she's telling you far more than she realizes. Sign number 9, her body language speaks louder than words. Words can lie, but body language, that's where the truth lives. Especially when Simeon's feelings are too complicated, too forbidden, or too risky to admit out. Body language. A woman may never say outright that she's into you, especially if she's cell ready in a relationship, but her body will always speak first, and it rarely whispers. Here's what to look for when Simone is attracted to you. Their body does certain things. Automatically, the leaning closer when you speak, their posture opens up rather than closing off there. hands, feet, even their torso oriented towards you even when they have other people around. That's not just openness. That's attention with intention. Ever noticed attention? With intention, her tilt her head while listening to you. It's not just being polite. It's a classic sign of curiosity. An emotional angagent, or maybe you notice something subtle but powerful. She starts to mirror you. If you cross your arms, she does too. If you lean back, she leans back. This is called mirroring, and that's one of the most deeply rooted signs of connection. It signals rapport, comfort, and desire to sync. Then there's mirror ingenuity in a group does. She always seems to angle her body toward you even if she's talking to someone else. What about her feet? Sounds strange, but it's a powerful cue. If her feet are pointedward, even unconsciously, it means she's mentally and emotionally oriented. Your direction. Now here's the one most guys never notice. When a woman is attracted to someone, she tends to expose her neck and wrists. More these airy vulnerable areas. Exposing them is a subconscious way of saying, I feel safe around you. I trust you. And in third of psychology, trust is the doorway to attraction. So if you catch her playing with her necklace, brushing her hair to one side, or lightly touching her wrist while talking to you, don't dismiss it. These aren't just habits, they're emotional. Investment, emotional Morse code. And if you learn how to read them, you'll discover whether words are trying to hide. Sign number 10. She's emotionally invested in your way. Traction without emotion that fades fast. But when a woman starts to care, not just flirt but truly care, that's when things get deep. That's when you become more than just an option. You become someone who matters. Emotional investmentus. The strongest unspoken sign of attraction. It's when she starts emotional tracking for your well-being, your mindset, or growth. So how can you tell? Start with the details. Does she remember small things you mentioned weeks ago? Your favorite drink, a tough meeting you had coming up, that one dream you shared late one night. That's not just good memory, that's emotional tracking. If she asks say you how that meeting went, or sends you good luck beforehand, that's connection. Thoughts, care, and then there's this dush check-in on you. If you're having a row week, does she ask how you're holding up? If something great happens, she'll celebrate with you. More importantly, does she open up about herself? Because when a woman starts revealing her own fears, dreams, frustrations, especially things she doesn't normally share, she's not just stalking. She's trusting. That's sacred, and it tells you more than any compliment or flirt ever could. So ask yourself this: does she'll treat you like just another person in her orbit, or like someone whose opinions, thoughts, and feelings truly matter to her? If it's the latter, Evan, if she's taken, then there's more going on beneath the surface than any O'Neills can see. She finds excusingness sign. She finds excuses to text or call you. Let's be honest, people don't just randomly think about you and reach out. They do it because they care, because they are on their mind. And when a woman is genuinely drawn to you, even if she's in a relationship, she'll find little ways to keep that invisible string between you alive. Sometimes it's subtle. She might send you a meme, a video, an inside joke from a conversation you had 2 weeks ago. On the surface, it seems it's casual, but underneath, it's this: hey, I was thinking about you. You matter to me even if I can't say it out loud. Other times she might text you something vague like, just saw something that reminded me of you. Let that sink in. She's in a committed relationship, yet something in her day pulled her thoughts to you so much that she needed to tell you. That's in a committed relationship, not friendship. That's a slip of emotion thin. There's the classic check-in: hey, how did your project go? How was your trip? Did you end up watching that movie? It sounds friendly, but it's emotionally aided, and sometimes there's a mistaken call, or a mad-up reason to talk. Oops, I didn't mean to call. Or, hey, I just wanted your opinion on something real quick. But the truth, she just wanted to hear your voice, because attractional ways finds a way to leak out no matter how much someone tries to contain it. And final word, Sif. She keeps texting, calling, or finding ways to stay connected, even when she have to. That's not convenience. That's craving. Final words now, 10 forbidden signs that a woman may be into you, even though she's already taken. But here's the most important truth: recognizing the signs is one thing, acting on them is another. Because the attraction is complex. It's messy. It's human just because the signs are there. True doesn't mean you should cross a line. Be respectful, be self-aware, and most of all be wise sometimes what's meant to happen, well, and sometimes recognizing that connection. Is enough without needing touches it. If this video gave you value, take a second to like, subscribe, and comment below, type, I see the signs. If you've made it this far, it lets us know our learning, growing, and paying attention, and don't leave yet. We've got a powerful video recommended for you right here. Watch it now, and we'll see you back tomorrow.